What's up guys, Daniel here, and today we're going to do an online race here in Gran Turismo Sport. I'm going to be using the Audi R8 LMS Group 3 today at Interlagos. I'm actually sort of familiar with the car, but I'm not familiar at all with this track, so we'll see how it goes. I did a few practice laps, but I'm definitely not confident with it yet. We're going to be starting 14th in the pack here. Let's go. I want this to be a Saturday discussion video because with any kind of online racing, it's always going to be a couple of different camps of people. And some people who really enjoy it, some people who think it's just a destruction derby, and people that are probably where I'm about at, where I kind of think it's somewhere in the middle.
I recommend also checking out the video in the card at the top of the screen to see the online race I had at Suzuka Circuit recently. It was quite a clean race, so I think you guys will enjoy it.
I've already been one guy down, haven't even gotten halfway through the first lap yet, so I don't know how that spells. I don't know how well that bodes for the entire race, but we'll see. I have noticed that here at Interlagos, there are a couple of really slow turns coming up here in succession, and seem to have a little bit of an issue with that kind of oversteering, and I'm really trying to learn how to fix that. But the crutch I'm using at the moment is a little bit of traction control, so let the car fix some of my errors right now. Obviously people are using varying degrees of assists, and even some people are racing on a wheel, some people are racing on a controller, so it's a very varied field, so it's not like using traction control or stability control or any other kind of assist is really going to definitively give you an edge or not. We're already up a couple of places from where we began, just from some of that first lap fallout that you usually see at the beginning of an online race. That's kind of my approach. I generally like to put in a slow qualifying lap, start in the back of the field or towards the back, and then just let people wreck each other. If it's going to be that kind of race, let them wreck each other ahead of me, and then as they fall out, I'll just move up the ranks. I do that more so in games like this where I'm not able to reliably predict how clean the race is going to be. I don't use that strategy as often if I'm playing a game like iRacing. If I'm playing a game like that on the PC, I can generally expect somewhat clean racing, although they have their issues too over there, but it's definitely cleaner than in an open matchmaking system like this. So over there, I will fight for a better qualifying time and a better pole position, or in a better first lap position. Oh. Well, there we go. There's a couple of guys off the track actually. Looks like he hit some more people behind me after he ghosted. Yep, I'm not really sure what happened there. Did that guy did he take the inside and kind of push that guy into the turn to cheat through the turn there? I'm not sure. Definitely possible. I'm doing my best to avoid situations like that though. That is just crazy. It's hard to tell what's really happening because of, connection speeds and potential lag, but it looked like he basically just knocked that guy, pit maneuvered that guy off the track. Not sure if that's what happened, but it sure did look like it. And if I see someone right on my tail like that, coming into a turn where I know people generally can play dirty, I will take the outside and slow down and just let them go right past me. Definitely prefer that as opposed to just taking the proper racing line and getting smashed off the track. Sometimes you gotta be strategic about it. Look like that situation right there was another one of those where he was just gonna use me as a brake. But since I was wider than ideal, he went right underneath me. I'm definitely pretty slow through that final turn there. Need to work on that going forward. Take it pretty conservatively right now because I've had a few times in qualifying coming through that last turn there where I'll just lose traction, screw my whole lap up. Guy in front of me has a good choice in cars there. The Corvette, definitely one of my favorites. The thing about this Audi is that since it's Group 3, it's rear-wheel drive. I mean, normally you think of Audis as having the advantage of being all-wheel drive, but being part of this balanced out, BOP car class, they've got it rear-wheel drive, so it doesn't handle anywhere near like a normal Audi would. It is a lot more oversteery in that regard to me. I definitely want to try out that Mustang Group 3 at some point too. It looks like it might be pretty fun, but haven't played this game enough yet to unlock very many of those cars. They will come in time. This lap's been going fairly well. Nothing too crazy has happened. Try my best to get a little bit of drafting action going on here on the home stretch, but just not close enough to these guys yet. Try to make up some ground on the turns. Oh, there goes another guy. That's odd. That kind of looks like that might have been a collision. I couldn't really tell, but doesn't seem like something that he would have naturally have done going into that turn. And this Mustang guy is slowed down, so maybe he hit him and had a slowdown penalty. Got a little 3-car action going on right now. Let's see how that goes. GTP. Wonder if that guy is on GT Planet. GT Planet's a pretty cool forum if you guys haven't been on it before. Been a lurker on there for like a decade probably. Getting all the latest Gran Turismo news ever since like Gran Turismo 3 or so. Actually, that's more than a decade. That's a long time. These slow turns are always really where it happens. You gotta cross your fingers and just pucker up. Hope no one hits you off the track on these tight turns. Maybe we will get a little bit of drafting action going on now because we're fairly close to this guy. So far these couple of turns have been harmless. Let's see how long this lasts. Definitely playing a lot of these corners safe and conservative so far. Being sort of a newbie to this track though. Braking early in most of these turns. Braking early, not doing any trail braking. Be interesting to see if we make up any more positions, but these guys in front of me seem like they're holding about the same pace I am, so that will be pretty difficult for me to move up again. In the future with these online races in GT Sport, I'll try to include a live camera of the wheel and everything, so Maybe throw in some replay cuts as well, so it's a bit more dynamic of a race experience. Try to replicate that experience of actually watching a race on TV. I wonder, are people pitting due to penalties? Are they running low on gas? Or they choose the wrong tires? Really don't know. I kind of wonder. Curious about that. I know in some of these longer races, like these 25-minute staged races in sport mode, they set it up to where you are fairly low on fuel, but I know here I'm on pace to have plenty left over. Some of the ones I've done in the past have been where I've got to slow down my pace on like the last 3 laps and kind of cruise through some of the turns more in order to not have to pit and refuel. I do like that they offer that longer format that includes one more variable for strategy. And to some degree, I guess a third variable with tire wear. I know the tire wear is accelerated, but it's not like fuel where you absolutely will run out of gas and not even finish the race if you don't plan right. Yeah, this GT Planet guy is definitely putting in some faster laps than me, so he'll probably be leaving. I doubt I'll make up any more positions there. I gotta say, I started like, what, 14th or 15th? I'm already in 7th just by playing it safe. And getting those green sportsmanship points on every lap. That's how to do it. Maybe it isn't as exhilarating and as much of an adrenaline rush to race conservatively like this and just kind of slowly make up positions, but you will end up with better finishes overall doing it that way. More consistent at least. Whereas the other way, if you try to get up in that top 3 or so on the qualifying, you'll probably have a more unknown race each time and more likely to you'll be more likely to have one race where you start 3rd and finish 2nd, have just an amazing race, and have another race right afterwards where you start 3rd and finish 18th because someone keeps hitting you off the track. You just never know. I mean, I feel like that just comes with the territory of playing online, because that kind of stuff happens in every other game too. I mean, shooters and any kind of team-based gameplay especially. People will cheese those games as much as they can. I mean, you just got to go in with that mindset that it can happen and it's just part of the game. Don't let it affect you. Use these online races as an opportunity to do kind of like your own personal time trial in the midst of a bunch of other racers, and just kind of let that be more dynamic time trial than playing offline. And then every few turns or every few laps you'll get close to a guy and you'll be able to battle it out. But it's just really hard to expect bumper to bumper clean racing for 10 laps in a row. You know, 5 wide or anything like that. It's just, that's asking too much. Especially when you got somebody from the US, you got somebody from Canada, someone from South America, all in the same server with totally different connections. That's a lot to ask. I totally followed that guy through that braking point on that last turn, just kind of sleeping on my own line. And because of that, I paid for that. Although I did notice at the last second he was going to way overshoot it, so I started slowing down a little bit later than normal, but not too late, so that just lost 1 position, but then gained it back by passing him. I gotta work on these slow turns though. I'm sucking on these. You can tell that I make up some ground on some of those wider, longer sweeping turns, and then on these short, tight turns, people are catching up to me. Definitely notice that's one of my weaknesses overall is those short turns. It's a totally different driving dynamic when you're trying to learn how to turn quickly, slowly. That almost sounds like an oxymoron, but it's like taking very slow turns, slightly less slow than others. Final lap here, and you can see that I've got like a fifth of a tank of gas left, so I mean, I'm not even gonna be close to running out on this last lap here, and I've been flooring it the whole time. Been going full speed. So I don't know if this race was supposed to be set up in a way where people needed to pit for fuel, but I certainly don't have to. I'll take that. I definitely want to include a longer race like this every week on the channel. Kind of let you see the experience you can get online. But I will try to make it more entertaining in the future. Try to add some more commentaries, some more camera angles, both live and in-game. We'll see how it goes. Looking like I might finish this race 6th. Which, man, that's like 9 positions or something like that. That's not bad at all. Not even that far off of the podium. I started almost at the back of the track. See, got a whole lap left of fuel and I'm pretty much done. This guy is pretty close to my tail. Alright guys, looks like I'm going to finish 6th. This was a fun race. Hope you guys enjoyed it too. If you did, hit the like button. If you want to see a weekly series where we do longer races like this in GT Sport and other games, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on anything. And once again, I'm Daniel, and I hope you guys have a great day.